Hello and welcome back to Living My Dream. My name's Jackie and today I'm doing something I've never done. I'm going to be making sauerkraut, and with the other half of the cabbage head I'll be making some coleslaw. So let's get this camera turned around and let's get started. Okay, so I've already cut it in half and I've taken the core out. This is the core, it's super hard, so I got that cut out. We're going to do the smaller half as the coleslaw and the bigger half as the sauerkraut. So we're going to start on this one. And from what I've read, we just got to make sure that it gets really thin. So that's what I'm going to work on. Okay, now is when things start changing. So we're going to set this aside for the coleslaw and we're going to work on the sauerkraut first. And we're going to pull out our kosher salt. It's a brand new, I just bought it for this project. So I believe it's 2 tablespoons for this much cabbage. So and then you just kind of mix it around. So the salt's supposed to start pulling out the liquid and waters from the cabbage, which will make its own brine, which is how it ferments into itself. So we'll give that a minute to start coming together while I show you these jars I have. Okay, so these are fermenting jars, and then this is a glass weight, and then this is the jar, and then this is a watertight seal airlock system that goes with it. So once this starts bringing out some juices and condensing down, we'll stuff them into these. I've got 2 of these, and then we'll fill the airlock and we'll let them go. So we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so this is definitely getting wetter. It's pulling out all of that water, so we're going to set this aside and work on the coleslaw. Okay, so for the coleslaw we've got it all cut up, so let's make our sauce. So we're going to start with some mayonnaise. I've got a little bit of fresh lemon juice. I've got sugar, a little bit of celery seed, and then some vinegar. So we're going to go ahead and get this opened up. About that much. And then just like a teaspoon or so of lemon juice. Teaspoon of sugar. Actually, quite a bit less. We'll just do that much. A little bit of celery seed just for some flavor. And then a splash of vinegar. I'll get this mixed up. Another splash of vinegar. right. I'll grab and then we're gonna mix it. And I know it doesn't seem like enough, but it's gonna start pulling out some of the liquid from the cabbage and it'll make it quite a bit runnier. So we don't need it too runny where it's just like a sloppy mess. So we're just gonna make sure that this gets incorporated really well, and then we'll just put a lid on it and put it in the fridge and let it work itself in. Alright, a little messy, could have used a bigger bowl, but that's alright. I'll wipe down the sides and I'll get that in the fridge. Done. Okay, we're back to the sauerkraut. You can tell it's starting to get some water down in here. I don't want to tip it too far. It's definitely getting a lot more wet, so I'm going to go ahead and start packing it into my 2 jars. I did wash and sanitize these this morning, so they should be good. We're just going to stuff them in here as tight as possible. And then we're going to do one more jar that's not these fermenting jars, just to see how you can do it at home if you don't have these special jars. So let me grab another one, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is just a regular pint-size ball mason jar. And then we're just going to stuff the rest of this in here. I'm just going to pour the little bit of liquid that's left into these. Alright, so these two have weights that will keep it all down into the juices that it ends up making. This one does not, so what we're going to do is make a top for it out of one of the leaves we pulled off of the cabbage before we cut it up. So this is going to go on like this and then kind of tuck down to help keep it all submerged once it's really making all that juice. Just like that. And then we're going to put the lid on and close it up. And then these two get their lids. Oops. There we go. All right, so we got these on. So now you just take off this lid. And then you pour in water to cover the little holes on this. So these little holes right here, you want to cover that with water. That's a little much, but that's all right. So before I put water in this, you can see that it's already starting to create some liquid in here. And that's what we're looking for. So we'll get this one right there. That's all we needed. And then this one will just keep sealed up really tight. And it's got water coming around in here too. Alright, so these are going to get put into a dark cabinet for a couple weeks. We'll check on them in a week and then maybe another week after that. I'll keep pushing down this weight for a few hours until we can get all of this submerged into some liquid. Same with this one, I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but they're all going to go into a dark cabinet for a couple weeks and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's my first time doing this one, so if I didn't do it right, please let me know in the comments. I will be doing a follow-up video, I'm sure, as the weeks come to see how it's doing. The coleslaw is pretty much ready. It's going to go into the fridge. Alright, so this is my first official cooking video, or kitchen video, I guess. I don't know how those are going to turn out. I've never made the sauerkraut before. I'm sure they'll be good. But like I said, if they're not good, I'll let you know. Thanks for coming along. I do want to show you that this is my real life. I don't do a lot of editing. I don't do a lot of cool, fun tricks to my videos. I don't know how to yet. That might be why. But I don't want you to be scared in the kitchen either. So if this is a flop, then it's a flop. It cost me a head of cabbage. I'm not too worried about it. But it's fun to try new things and to see if they're going to work and how they're going to taste. So don't be afraid in the kitchen, and we'll see you back here next time. Thanks. Bye.